Hey everybody, welcome. It is preview stream time. Wizards of the Coast has given me a God account, a fully loaded Core Set 2021 MTG Arena account. We get to draft and play the new set all day long on the house. Thank you, Wizards, for your support of my stream with this awesome promotion. One of my favorite 4 days of the year when they do this ahead of each set. And we've been having a good run so far. We've been playing about 3 games. We're not going to play this event out to the end. We're just trying to get some new cards in action. And actually, the queue is slow enough that we should jump in now. Not sure what seat we're going to be in. Yeah, as you can see, there's a ways to go here, so we can talk a little bit about what we're learning so far. I'm going to mention my sponsor, Card Kingdom, right now, though, so that we can get on to other things after. My sponsors, Card Kingdom, they are purveyors of your physical Magic stuff. If you want to do some M21 drafting at your kitchen table, you're going to go to cardkingdom.com via my affiliate link in the panels, order some of those sweet boxes, and you can do some home drafts. And maybe there's some new cards in the new set catching your eye. You can do some pre-ordering. They're going to be there to take care of you, though. And they have always taken care of me as a content creator, even going back, way back to, I think 2009 is the first year that Card Kingdom ever sponsored my content. So thanks for all that help. And if you've never checked them out via my affiliate link, please do so. It really helps this stream out. So taking a while here to fill up seats. So I'm going to talk about... I had started to talk earlier about the cube we're working on, and I was saying one of the things about a 360 card cube, we're working on a budget cube. We basically want like bulk cards only. Handful of cards, a little better are okay, but basically we're trying to make 360 card cube with mostly just bulk. And the problem with a 360 card cube is that with 8 players, you're going to draft all the cards every time. And therefore, if you just make a handful of decks, all you're really doing is setting people up to draft your exact deck. So to make a good 360 card cube, you really need a lot of cross deck synergies so that you have cards competing over the same cards. If nobody wants that card except that one deck is going to get it 100% of the time. That's kind of boring. So I was really thinking about that over my break and about how to approach that. And here's what I came to realize. I think that for a 360 card bulk style cube, you need to focus on actually making the mana fixing really good and actually making it more of a wedge type set. So I'm actually going to switch a philosophy a little bit and move towards wedges, because then if you've got wedges that are in theme, you're creating a lot of different ways the decks can go beyond just 10 color pair decks, right? If you introduce wedges, you get the 10 color pair decks, the 5 wedge decks, and then probably a 5 color green deck as well. Basically, by adding fixing, you get to expand what directions the decks can go, and that's really helpful for a cube that's going to draft 100% of the decks every time. Why wedges over shards? You can do it either way. Xanatos, if you want to do a shard version of this, you could. And really, it's not even, it's really just, it has to be one or the other. And then, but the reason I like wedges is because we are working on a more modern cube here. And the Khans of Tarkir is perfect as a foundational point for a cube like this, because the wedge structure in Khans really plays already towards some really nice baseline simple magic mechanics. You've got Abzan saying +1/+1 counters. You've got Sultai saying graveyard matters. You've got Jeskai saying spells matter. You've got Mardu saying go wide, tokens and weenies matter, and attacking matters. And you've got Temur saying big stuff matters. So it's a really beautiful 5 wedge cycle, because those 5 things are great baseline magic mechanics to build upon, great pillars on which to make a cube, because you're going to be able to get lots of cross functional cards in that purpose. So now I want why am I talking about this now? Because I had all of these thoughts about how to approach building our cube around wedge structure before I even looked at the M21 spoiler or listened to the limited resources. And then, so I had all this thought. Then I listened to the M21 review, and M21 fits perfectly into this whole scheme. So a lot of the stuff that matters in M21 is exactly the stuff that I want to have matter in this cube anyway. And it's the latest set, which is a good thing. So basically, as we pick up work on the cube, what I want to do is pivot towards a foundational wedge system, and then and really lean into M21. There's a ton in M21. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes commons and uncommons out of the new set can be a little more than a quarter. But what I would like to say is that if we use M21, we get to call all the commons and uncommons in M21 a quarter, because they will be a quarter eventually. And if you're an active Magic player right now, you're probably going to end up with M21 cards anyway, in which case you could get cards for this cube for free because you already got them from acquiring cards for the new set. So that's kind of the that's the of all the work stuff I've been thinking about during the time I was off air this past week. This has been on my mind the most. That basically I want to rethink how we're approaching this cube, approach it from a cons wedge standpoint, and then use heavy amounts of M21, which I think fit into the themes really well, and approach it that way. And I think it'll solve a lot of the issues that a small cube can have. Yeah, we aren't doing an arena cube because the point is not to play it on Arena. The point is to create a cube that you could buy physically in paper as a place to start with your cubing and have it be an inexpensive place to start. No, I don't. We've talked a lot about the cube, but I don't think I mentioned that today, James. So I don't think you missed anything. The cube has been. We set it up as a pioneer cube to give it some identity. But I didn't want to set it up as an arena cube because the point of this one isn't to play on arena. The point of this one is to acquire in paper and use that way. So anyway, you can see we're still sitting here. Okay, now it shouldn't take too long. So turns out a little mid-draft cube spiel could have been worse timing. I'll probably cut that out and put it up as part of our cube discussion at some point. Yeah, it's not. When I say 3-color cube, I don't mean that you can't succeed unless you're playing 3 colors. I mean that the tools are there for it and the synergies are there for it, such that it opens up a lot of different deck varieties, because that's the variety is your big problem in a 360 card cube. If all 360 cards are going to be drafted every single time you draft it, what is going to happen to make sure that the gameplay feels different? Rob says to support 3 colors, you'll need lots of fixing on a budget. That means tap lands, which makes aggro worse. Yeah, that's fine. Aggro can be a little worse in this cube. Yeah, we're trying to get $100 for the cube, the whole cube. And just because there's a lot of fixing that's not conducive to aggro, as he said, it just means aggro needs to focus more on 2 colors, which is fine. It's going all right. Sharkman, how are you doing? I don't know the contents of it, Zach. I'd have to look at it, but I know that Card Kingdom has some very talented Magic designers on their staff in terms of, content designers. So their in-house content design has always been extremely strong. So I would expect the same thing from this cube. All right, we finally got this table going. We're gonna go. I'll probably cut out the wait there from the YouTube video. Lucky YouTubers didn't have to wait through that. Scavenging Ooze is the rare. Not really important. I mean, it can grow and do some stuff, but it's not better than like a Scorching Dragonfire, ultimately. We could just start on a Sanctum and try and get into the... oh, sorry, let me get in the right scene. Could get into the... try and get into the Shrine deck here. But I'm also enamored by the Dragonfire because it is literally the only red card in the pack. I know signals to the left aren't hugely important relative to signals from the right, but it's being the only card here makes it very tempting. Although Riddle Form quite good. So, but we'll take the Dragonfire over the Riddle Form. The removal in this set doesn't seem great, so getting some when you can seems correct. Here we could take a Sky Scanner to stay open. We could take Eliminate to just get good removal. Just removal seems right, right? Yeah, Jeskai Elder is interesting, especially with the Dragonfire, but Eliminate just does the thing. Let's just take the removal. Sanctum is interesting. We passed a shrine, pick one. Any chance that it wheels? Maybe. A lot of blue here in general. Yeah, I'm looking at the Dowser, thinking that looks pretty good. Let's take the Dowser and see about that. Dowser with Eliminate could be interesting. Hey, Mossy Beard, thank you for the raid. Welcome to the Paria. Yeah, Spider, the shrines. I do want a 5-color shrine at some point, and this could have been the place to start. But I like where we've started here. This is a very, very good start. Skeleton Archer is a fine card. Steward sets up the Sacrifice Matters. Singer is fine. Anything beating the Singer? Maybe the Caves. Yeah, I think we just take the Singer. But the Archer is close. Who we drafting with? Mana Leak. Land for some fixing. 9 lives. Must be kitty related. If a source would deal damage, you prevent that damage, put an incarnation counter. When there are 9... Oh, wow. Great top-down design. I like that a lot. We're not going to take it, but a great top-down design. Are we taking Crash here? I think we take Pitchburn Devils, and if we wheel the Crash, that's maybe a sign for us. These are 8 famous Magic kitties. Well, I think I recognize some of them. Yeah, green is definitely looking open, and we can keep that in mind. We got a Stitcher, though. Stitcher with Eliminate and these two says we might back into this. Heck, maybe we could be a Grixis control deck here. 'But I think Stitcher is the best card. Let's take it. this could be a fine reanimation target if we do end up black-blue reanimation. Don't think we need that, but yeah, maybe. Cauldron doesn't, I don't know. Cauldron, maybe I'm underrating. But with the Stitcher, I like setting up this possible... oh man, Furious Rise now? Gosh, maybe we gotta take that and back into red-green somehow. Jeez. Crypt Lurker. Some self-sacrifice. Wizardry. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. We can take Wizardry for the red-blue. I kind of want to be black-green, or black-blue, though. I'll take the Rise here in case... Yeah, maybe it was supposed to be Wizardry, but I also don't mind that. We can also... this if nobody took the Sanctum, maybe we can do Shrines. But there's a Rise again. We should just try the thing we're on the path towards. And another Rise again. Let's try and do it. All right. We might splash red or something, but let's try and do black-blue reanimate. This doesn't look like a good card, but it's in our colors. The Lurker discards? I thought it just said sack and draw. How does it discard? Maybe we're thinking a different Lurker? Cave seems great, because then we could work on splashing. Steward... Oh, sack or discard. Cool, thanks. Now I understand. We're going to take this, though. Uprising came back. So there was absolutely a red-green 4-power deck to be found here. We'll take a Thornwood on the possible splash. Duress, not likely to make the cut in best of one. Well, on color rare, we had this before, we never cast it, but I'm going to take it now over like Freebooter. Elder seems pretty good. Looting is excellent when you are trying to reanimate, so we're probably taking the Elder. Ooh, there's a finishing blow though. What's this do? Thieves when... Is this worth it? Flash. When it enters the battlefield under your control, or another rogue, opponents mill 2. Yeah, that's not worth it. Question is Elder or finishing blow, really. Probably, I really want an Elder. I think it really works with our plan, and we don't have any 2s yet, but we don't have hard removal either, so I'm going to take the hard removal. Maybe we'll find a way to get that Elder back or something. Here's another Rise again. I don't know how many of these we actually need or want. Carrion Grub. Probably want to do this for the self-mill. And we'll probably wheel the Rise again. Nobody else is going to want it. Don't want that. Scanner's interesting, but yeah, pretty easy grub. Do we have 3? We have 2 Rise again. Oh, we have third. Third is this Stitcher, sure. Havoc Jester is okay. Yeah, we need to get... looting seems good. What does this do? Flash, enters the battlefield, return another owner's hand. If you do... No, that's... Nah. Mike likes the imp here. We could imp it now and protege later, or foul it is fine too. We need 2s though. I kind of like Mike's call on the imp because of our lack of 2s. Yupster, you're not wrong, but we're not in a vacuum anymore. We have holes in our curve that we need to address. Take wizardry here. That seems bad. I guess Prismite, speaking of holes in curve, we could use. Not liking the rookie mistake, but hope we don't play this, but we might have to. Also don't know how important having 2s is in this set is yet. Sometimes it's really important, sometimes it's not important at all. I actually like fixing over the Rise Again. I don't know how many Rise Agains we even want, given that right now we barely have any tools to get there. So I'm going to take the fixing, and I think we're going to wheel a 3rd Rise Again anyway. Bad deal. What is this? Transmogrify. You want the land again? Might have to play the bad deal. Well, we got another pack. I guess we can take the land. Bad deal's okay. It's not very important. Sack to draw 2. We can just put, what's this? Well, it does. You like rights? I think I like more 2s. Everyone wants rights. All right, I'll take the rights, but I think we need 2s more than rights. And a rot here. Here's that rare back, but we're going to just take another Fetid Imp, I think. Here's that Rise Again we expected to come back. But we're not rising much right now. I need something to rise. Like, we're trying to do it. we're trying to do it. But help, help. Yeah, we still need looting and big stuff. That's a worthy reanimate target. I like a Dowser, but we can take Baneslayer and try to reanimate her. Sanctum of... Sorry. Yeah, we can even take Temple now and actually try to hardcast Baneslayer. This was definitely the Shrine draft. Someone out there is doing a Shrine draft. Nothing else here even matters to us except the Temple. What's this? 6 mana. Could be 4 mana if it's our turn. And we can end the turn. Don't we need this, though? I want to try this, but I actually want to try to make this deck work. And if we're going to make this deck work, we need to take all the beefy stuff we can at this point. We can take the incinerator. This is also what we were talking about. We can take this. Both of them are good, but I suppose this is right on brand. No way we wheel that. Oh, what's this? Oh, right. That would have been good for our first deck, but not really what we're doing here. I think we take the Dragon Fire on the possible splash. I think you can Mind Rot yourself. It's target player, right? But I don't think... we're not going to do that. Another vessel. All right, well, we're getting some last-minute stuff to make our thing work, hopefully. Carrion Grub also helps. Sanguine Indulgence. No, well, that could do something, but I just want the grub. Do the thing. Another Rise Again we don't need. We'll just take another Gloom Sower here. Yeah, Quaddle just means nobody's in that color pair, really. I don't think we're going to run this opt, but... I mean, it's fine. I just think we're going to run it. I don't think we're going to run a third copy of this either. Or a Prismite. Not playing a second Mind Rot. We might play the first one. Not playing a 7-3 either. We have 2 of these Gloom Sowers. Those are going to be our big action thing. Or we could do Devils, maybe. Boy. Yeah, the red-green deck was sure here. Yeah, Waker of the Waves. Where's my Waker? That's all we wanted. All right, 45 cards. 19-9. Might play 1 Prismite. Probably not worth running a Devils. It's kind of a weird card. Well, we'll run it, but that's true. 3rd imp over 1st Prismite is totally reasonable, though. Still might cut 1. Do we want this? That's not okay. We're not playing that Shrine. I actually spent... We just bought them, didn't we? Like, I think I did that for Mama or something. We, like... actually spent resources. Oh, this is just, sorry, this is a VIP account. This is just has everything. And I guess they defaulted this to our lands, so. Yeah. Didn't we end up getting these for our free-to-play account, though? I think we did. Maybe one... We can cut one rise again. Maybe you can't. I don't know. I was hoping you could pick default lands, but maybe it just defaults it to what it thinks it should be. All right. We're close. 17-7. We could just let go an imp. Or even, like, let go the... This is dumb. Let's just drop that creature. It's not doing anything for us. I don't know if Dragonfire is worth the splash, but we're low on options. We could cut it, though, and then just run a Miser's... Oh, no, we don't even have to run the Caves. And we don't have what it takes to hardcast the Angel. Why do we like this? I don't like this. This seems bad. I would rather run a Mind Rot or an Opt. I'd rather go Opt. What do you want on sleeves? It's IGI, says Alpha Century. Yes, and I hated IGI in anything except an aggro deck, so... I mean... I think you all have faulty memories. What are you talking about? IGI was good in aggro decks as a curve topper, and because it had a sacrifice drain 4 ability. Elspeth. But Sanctum on 2 is not even what we want. It's just not what we want to be doing. This seems like all sorts of wrong for this deck. Maybe it's, I don't know. Did I miss a meme? Fine, I'll put in Sanctum for science on the day, but I think this is not good for this deck. I don't know. I don't think it's good for this deck. It's got to be something to do with Rise. Rise Up. Boring, but better. Oh, this is too many planes, which is to say any. How are we discarding stuff? We've got a Stitcher and, like, is that it? Oh, Stitcher and Carrion Grubs? Ugh. This is not great. Should have taken that Looter. Almost want to run the Mind Rot now on the possibility that we self-rot. In fact, maybe I will. Ah. But yeah, Mind Rot targeting yourself is just a 3-for-1 that is hard to do. Even though it's doing your thing, that's too risky. Let's just try this. Well, this is going to be all of... Yeah, this is not great, but if we can find our Looter, it'll be all right. Well, we can destroy something they do. We have all of our land. We've got our sweet payoff card. I'm gonna keep. If you mulligan this, I understand, but like we have removal and we have both of our colors and we gotta draw stuff. Like, yeah, if we get nothing but land, we'd be super sad, but... So this would have been an opt. Thanks, D. Village rights that y'all wanted so badly. I don't know if it's any good here. Doggy or veteran? What do we eliminate? Veteran seems rougher in the long term, but it's a long way from doing anything. I'm going to eliminate Doggy. We could wait, but we also just give them more tools by waiting. What are you hoping to do by waiting? Catch them putting something on the watchdog? I mean, maybe they do. I would just rather do it while they're tapped. You think we'll get a 3-drop? All right, I'll wait if you guys want to wait, but there's risk to this, right? You understand that? Letting a white deck untap with your removal? I'm going to go ahead and do this now. Just so. There you go, folks. It's your call. I didn't want to wait. Because that's the thing, like, the number of times that your opponent does something to, like, actually augment that thing you want to kill, like, the number of times the opponent augments the Alpine Watchdog and we get them is so much smaller than the number of times they come up with something. It's exactly what I was trying to avoid! How is it? Wait a second! Wait a second! I almost want to scoop right now, Intangible. That's results-oriented. Hey, we should do this now because if we untap, they could have something that allows them to mess with our plans. Then they do it. That's results-oriented, Ryan. Yes. Now, we do have a good bounce target, of course. But to call me results-oriented when I said ahead of time that this is what I was afraid of? Come on, Intangible. Results oriented, he says, calling the shot. I call the shot. Kind of just want to draw 2 here. Should we, at 13 life, block and sack? I think so. Actually, we should do it this way, though. Save the lifelink. Or rather, prevent the lifelink. Let's go Singer Imp. We could rise again and get back our Baron. That could reset the veteran. What is this? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could imp and leave up activation. I don't want the veteran to get going. But if it tries to sit there and do it on itself, that's fine. Let's go imp for sure. And then do we want the singer is my question. I'm going to let him have one turn of whatever they want here, and I'm going to use all our mana. Mike wants to leave up activation. I know it doesn't threaten anything, but it spends our mana, gets us on board. And, you know, they're at 16. We have this weirdo IGI-ish thing. When Siege Striker attacks, you may tap any number of untapped. Okay, so that's that thing. Double Strike, big Double Strike is a little scary, but we could bounce and get some tempo back here. We could imp and have... yeah, this thing threatening to be a 4/4 Double Striker is real. Maybe we just need to rise again and send that back for right now. Not great, though. All right. We got to do something. We don't have much choice in what we can do to affect things. I'm going to follow through on that play and then send. I'm willing to trade. Oh no, they have 6 now, so they can make this a 3/4, which is enough to win combat, so we can't. Yeah, I was thinking about it, Mike, but they can actually just make it a 3/4 and win out, so we can't do it. Well, we don't have anything to rise. We could send in hoping for blocks so that we could rise. Yeah. I guess we're just holding up imps. We had a blue-red deck that was pretty great, and we had a red-green one that did nicely as well. It's always hard to tell early here, though. Hey, Paolo, tomorrow. It's a VIP day. Special streamer preview day for us today, but you can play it tomorrow. Well, not sure exactly what this is about, but we will call. Shock? No shock, just a trade. Land for us. What do we want? If they don't have like... That's only on attack, so I think we just make the hexproofer, yeah? Future LSV-ist card of the set. Well, now we can play a Gloomsower and have Fetid Imp activation up. That's nice. But let's start with an attack. Here and here. Vessel. Yeah, it's kind of the deck we have. We didn't get the looting that we wanted, true. You like that on top? Sure, they're coming at on the ground. That's fine. Lifelink helps and chumps help. That chumps that become 5/5s help. So far, this card really hasn't done anything. You're saying is 8 life worth a card if it saves us, but so far it hasn't even saved us. And it was, let's be clear that this was its ideal use case, which is dropping on turn 2. Yeah, it was drain 8. But my point is that you don't care about life totals in a control deck. This is a control deck looking to go long and reanimate for the win, and therefore the Sanctum doesn't seem to fit it to me. We're running this based on chat wanting to give it a try and the science of it, but I do not like it for this deck, and even if it does right by us this particular game, it's still not doing what I think this deck is about. Anyway, let's see. Let's go to combat. Yeah. And then leave everything else back. Certainly, we'd have to play things differently if we were at 3 instead of 11 or whatever, or, 2 instead of 11. I don't deny that. I think we gotta go for Dead Striker. Mike landed to take out the flyer. I'm taking the striker out. I don't think it matters too much. Okay, there you go. As they had to have something for that, right? But this is good because now we have Rise again, and should be able to put enough on the board to finish things up here. Oh, no, they've got Veteran. Yeah, the Shark, this thing's dead, for sure. And let's just Rise the Hexproof again, so that if they have removal or fetters or whatever, they can't use that. And it's tougher, which is kind of what we want anyway, right? That's true. The 8/6 does drain. I've made my choice. We'll see if it works out. Seemed like getting something that can't be targeted by anything they have is important, although, you know, red can't exactly deal with 7 very easily, but white can. I know it's got Faith's Fetters. I don't know what other white removal is lurking. So they do get to put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, so they can have 3, 4. They can have 6 total, but that's not enough to take out the Megalodon. And we get to follow afterwards with the Archer, so that's probably cool. Swing all indeed. Just looking at the scene, but yes, this is a swing all moment for sure. We certainly are okay with that on top. Archer is any target, so they're at a virtual 5. We probably just win here if they, depending on how they block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Yeah, should be winning just on the Archer and the other 4. Did I watch the LR episode? I didn't know there were... was it separate from the set review? I mean, I listened to the set review, but I didn't watch anything. No, I meant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I just the thing is that 5 isn't enough. Yeah. I just couldn't tell if you meant that there was something else or whether it was the YouTube version of the set review. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's go ahead and ping their face, though, and then Sanctum is lethal. And since it wins the game, therefore, it's the best card that we had. You can no longer... That's useless at this point, Flip. The idea that the idea that we can assess what this game would look like if this had been an opt instead of a Sanctum at this point is silly. We have no idea what this game would look like if this were opt instead of Sanctum. Right. It changes every play all over the place. Looks like we got it. Maybe? Wow. We still don't know how that game would have gone. I still think anybody who thinks they know exactly what would have happened there because of the geyser or whatever, we still don't know exactly how the game would have played out, and that was the best case scenario for the shrine. The best case scenario. We can leave it in, though. Did I just... unplayable is I think you're gonna have to go back to the tape and find out where I called it unplayable. I said it wasn't good in this... It wasn't a good card for this deck. Right, exactly. I'm not Flip, I'm not saying it one way. I'm saying it exactly both ways, that we just don't know. Ah, sure. Our friend Alias. All right, let's go. Carrying grub and hope to get lucky here. Well, that's lucky. If we can find a land, we get a 5/5 demon. We'll call this bluff. I guess they could have, what is it, Guile? Do we care? Does Guile put a counter on it? Because I would actually trade Grub for a Guile. Yeah, let me see what it does. +1/+1 until end of turn. Yeah, whatever. We already, yeah, they can trade a Guile for this. That's fine. Could not find a land, but we'll go ahead and drop the Stitcher. Keep looking. They may feel they need to kill the Stitcher now, or we get the Archfiend back, but if we can just find a land, we still get it anyway. Or not. But killing the Bronte seems fine here. Yeah, we could do it on the Stitcher. Heck, we could, let's see, what do we want to do here? We could wait for a second. I like getting back... I like playing the 3/3 and getting back removal for the Pride Malkin. So I'm going to do that, and we'll bounce. How are we... Oh, you want to go Rise again for bounce? What about just Shipwreck and get removal? Then we can use Rise again on big stuff. And maybe I'll keep Stinger back. I would trade for it if they want to do that. We're at 9, so let's say no attack. And go ahead and try to trade the Singer for the Pride. Yeah, there's a lot of different lines we could have taken there. If we wanted to lead on Rise again, we could have gotten even the Stitcher and then used the Dowser to get back the Rise again. Anyway, lots of things we could have done there. Given that we no longer have the combat trade, though, we're going to just take 5 and then kill it. Really, we're just a bit crunched on mana here. We could Rise again, I suppose. But that seems greedy. Let's just eliminate. There's high rarity, haste, and green. I don't remember any in the set, but another 3 says we could just, what did they do? Why did they gain 4? That seems weird. Are they really worried? All right. We can get a 5/5 demon. We can get... Or we can just get a 2-for-1 instead. Anyway, we're doing this. But Dowser just seems great, right? It's so good. Giving ourselves a 2-for-1 is nice. And we can Rise again, including... Yeah, I'm just gonna get Rise again, because I don't... This isn't even a threatening creature here. But I am going to play it cagey and stay back and keep the Mistral on D here. I don't want to lose to, you know, we're trying to turn the corner and stabilize fully here. Kind of just like doing this. If they want to kill the Dowser, it's good for us anyway. I kept 2 in case they had removal. But now we can do that. And yeah, we'll Rise it again. You just want to play the Shark? Yeah, maybe playing the Shark is safer. But I think we're safe here. And I'm going to send the Singer over now. Try to get there with the Singer. And we have the Imp activation on D. So this can become an 4/4 double striker. Ooh, that's pretty good. You have to do some chumping, but we're happy to chump, right? We just block with a dowser and rise again. A lot of action from Alias, but I still like our spot here. So with no pumping, this is a straight 4/2 double striker. We could just offer the Megalo for it, and then it's a trade, and we still have the rise again. We can chump with the dowser and repeat our dowser play. But I just like taking the trade being offered here. We have a rise again for it. Oh, and another rise again for the lulz. Now, do we want... Yeah, I think I still want the big hexproofer. Defiant Strike. +1/+0 to under turn, draw a card. Okay. So now I'm going to just go... Let's see, we have the rise again. But now I like just leaving the big guys on the ground. We'll play a Gloom Sower. Oh, they could trade. Alias could trade... Let's send... We have enough tools that we can send this and this. And then we probably leave this on D, and then the question... And there's no reason to send that, so we'll send these two, though. Sanctum. Well, do we want it? I mean, it's better than a random, right? Like, we want to just take a random or the Sanctum? Yeah, Op would be a little better here, but probably fine to take the Sanctum. It's a little slow, but it's faster than a land, you know? So we'll take it. Narrowly, we'll take it. Big stuff all over. All right, well, we're going to offer the Sower attack. Well, let's start here. We'll go like this, like this. We could rise and bounce. Can we rise, bounce, and win? Let's see. We rise, bounce, and win, right? Let's rise, bounce, and win. Finishing blow indeed. Yeah, prowess is non-creature, not instants and sorceries. That's why prowess is actually a thing in Vintage, because Moxen and stuff trigger prowess. Did they officially take it off of Evergreen? Huh. I really thought that it was just always Evergreen. So prowess was developed as a mechanic by Eric Lauer for the because Wizards really needed a red-blue mechanic. So prowess was really developed to try and give red-blue some sort of overlap that wasn't power toughness swapping. Deciduous. Anyway, let's play one more here. Although, let me see if ooh. All right, I'm gonna pause here. Let's put up a YouTube video, everybody. I want at least get one up. Get one of these going here. So thank you for your patience. I'll show you what I'm up to. We are gonna grab my template thing here. Throw that in. Throw these tags in. Playlist is... Ooh, we got to do a new playlist. Does a weird bug where if I go from basic to more options and then go back, it'll give me a warning. Oh no, it looks like it's figured that maybe they fixed that bug. All right, I think we're good. We are good. Oh, this was sponsored though, so I got to make sure that I call out sponsored. Now we go public. Great. I now have an M21 video up. That's the main thing I wanted to get done. Now we'll come back and focus on the action. Is that 1-0 for this deck? We did 2-0 with reanimation, huh? All right. Rocket has concerns. I think it'll be okay, though. We've had having really good draws so far. I mean, this isn't great, but if we can untap with our Stitcher and get these sowers into the graveyard, awesome. Really, Rocket? Come on now. Let it go, buddy. One day Rocket will save the house. Rocket saves the house every day. Just ask him. That's funny. Dogs affecting dogs. Come on, untap with Stitcher one time, dealer. Okay, this is the Seasoned Hallowblade is a lot like Adanto Vanguard, but you get to you pitch a card instead of losing 4 life, but that's pretty much a lot worse, losing a card. We love cards. 4 life, a lot more expendable. I'm gonna loot now in case we find something we want to cast. Yeah, I've noticed that not all accounts have VIP on them. I don't know what that means exactly, War Furnace. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it makes me sad that we didn't get more action out of that. But who knows, maybe we'll find our Rise again, or Rise Up. But yeah, I would imagine they have staff playing today that everybody's like, welcome to, although if it was a WotC employee, you'd think it would be orange letters. See, this is where I'm kind of down for, I'm okay with this. Like, what else am I doing with this vessel? I'll trade vessel for a card and then we get it back later. How much more do we want to do that? I'm going to send one, leave one back. Probably not blocking the Hallowblade now, but maybe. I at least like having the Mentor threatened. Well, I don't think the vessel's very good, James, but it is what our deck is doing. I mean, we are trying to do this deck, so I mean, this is the deck for it. Could make a trade for another card. I kind of like running them out of cards. Probably just send another land here, but at some point you care about your lands too. That's cool. Get the 4/4 with that action. Well, we'll leave Fetid Imp back now. Nice thing here, we threaten the Mauler with our Imp, and if they come up with something to stop it, we can at least Village Rights the Imp and get value that way. Okay, looks like we get it. All of our draws are good now. A land gets us the... although, no, we have the one tap land. So the one bad draw we have is the tap land, which of course now we'll draw. But everything else is either castable or allows us to get this sower down. That's a reasonable play too, Sunset. Sunset liked making them discard and then Village Rights in response. Let's try and figure out what their pause was about, and of course it's the Hallow Blade there. Well, we lost one of our Rise Agains, but then we milled 3 lands, so that's pretty good. Yes, we do have an uncastable Angel in the deck that we don't even know. Like, without looting, I don't know how we get rid of it. We should probably pull it. This is our last game with the deck anyway, though. Grubby little hands. That's the Death Toucher. Sorry. We got a Death Touch here coming in, sure. Eliminate. CMC 3 or less? No. No. Yes, but it's destroy. So really only get the Mentor. This is an instant. This is going to get big. Yeah, let's just do this, though, while shields are down. Come on, deck, give us a little oomph. Deck is like, I gave you a 4-mana 8/5. What do you want from me? tell you what this grub is gonna... I'm working on this. Well, probably just do an audio one. Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace. Carry on my wayward grub. Okay, got land. So now with the Mauler at 6-6, I guess we've got to go 8-6 so we actually threaten to kill this thing. And then this is tight. I don't think we... are we just dead? Oh, right, because this becomes a 4-4. I was just thinking this is a 2-2. So then, is there any way to live? Well, we're dead. This is the best thing we can play, so we're just dead on board then. I mean, we can go, like, we can do this and hope they don't save the Hallow Blade. This is the only way we win here is they don't save the Hallow Blade. They figured it out. All right. Well, first loss in the day, not bad. I think what I'm going to do, folks, is say goodbye to YouTube first of all, but then maybe call it for now and come back on later, perhaps? We'll see. Let's hop to Soapbox. We'd still be dead. We block the 6-6, the 2-2 becomes a 4-4, and we take 7. That's what I missed too. I was thinking we were going to be okay, but the 2-2 becomes a 4-4. That was the problem. Oh, we could have blocked once there, I suppose, because we. No, but we did that on their turn. Yeah, no, we were dead. I'm pretty sure we were dead. I do want to do some more play D, but I've been here for 5 hours now. I'm gonna take a little break, and then I'm gonna try and come back tonight. So let's anyway, thanks for hanging out, YouTube friends. We'll catch you next time. Bye.